I watched an Indiana Jones film for the first time very recently.
Which one?
One of the old ones.
Okay, I haven't seen any of them, but I heard the new one's too woke.
God, I hate the woke agenda.
Sorry.
It scares me so much.
We're just starting the show this way.
My movies.
Did it? What artifact were they looking for?
Oh jeez. Oh goodness.
Was it a box that melted everybody's faces off?
No.
What? Was it the Holy Grail?
I think it was.
Was it the crystal skull?
Did a guy drink out of a cup and then basically turn into a skeleton at the end?
I think so. I was plastered watching this.
Nice.
So I don't remember details. I remember that I enjoyed it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that one because it was like Harrison Ford.
I was gonna say, was Harrison Ford looking good?
Hunter. Oh yeah, he was looking real good. Yeah, that was my first ever one that I watched.
Oh yeah,
it was good. Big fan.
Sweet.
I've never seen any of them.
I'm glad to know that I mean, you're alone now, but I wasn't alone.
I was gonna say that was the Last Crusade. That was like the last of the original trilogy. I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've seen, I think, the second half of that one, and then I saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is the one that everybody hated.
So. I remember everyone hating that one.
Yeah.
Why do people hate movies? Like,
I don't know.
It's weird.
Like, I get movies like, oh, it's a bad movie. Like, sure, fine. Like, that's an okay. Yep. But like, to hate a movie, to hate anything artistic.
Yeah, I don't get it. Unless it like delivers genuine plight to society, I probably won't hate it.
Like I like to think that I'm not a very hateful person. Maybe I am.
You are.
Oh, okay. But I feel like I don't.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, but that's different. That's warranted.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, that entire state, if they could just turn it into the 6th Great Lake, that would be great.
Whoa.
Cat.
Sorry, bro's bugging me for attention, so
that's fine. I get it.
There's 4 people on this podcast now. Yeah, I was gonna say, people literally ruined Jake Lloyd's life because the Phantom Menace wasn't as good as they wanted it to be. So
yeah,
people are weird.
People are weird.
Fandom is weird.
Like,
yeah,
I get it. You don't like the new
Touch Grass
trilogy of Star Wars movies. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't go back and watch them. But, you know, shut up. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
We saw The Rise of Skywalker in theaters, and me and my friend Grant were both like, man, that sucked. And then we did something else.
You know,
that's my favorite part about when things like that happen.
You know, let's go into it real quick. That movie, that movie by itself, I don't think is a terrible movie. Like all the sequel trilogies movies, they're not bad movies. It's just together they're bad.
Yeah, they don't work as a trilogy.
They're not a trilogy because they're not connected.
There's no, yeah.
The only reason they're connected is because they have the same characters.
Even during the duration of that movie, I was like, man, I'm having fun. Like, this is a good time. Yeah. Like, it's kind of dumb, but, like, whatever. The action scenes are shot really well. Like,
I wish this was the
cast
first
is
movie
really
in the
good.
trilogy, you know?
Yeah. And then it ends in a certain way, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yay, the good guys win. Yay.
Yep.
You're like, that doesn't feel
Identity
rewarding
theft
at
is
all.
not a joke, Jim. Yeah. Anyway, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Love movies.
It is funny that we're talking about this because I've been marathoning Lego Star Wars recently.
Ah, nice.
And I've now been wanting to rewatch the prequel trilogy because I'm like, everybody hates them and I haven't seen them probably since they came out.
You're marathoning Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Or you?
Yes.
Okay, you're not the new one.
No, not the new one.
You're the classic, the good one.
Yeah.
Because the new one sucks.
That's yeah.
It's actually not. It's not terrible. It's just. I liked it when the Lego games were just like grunting and hand waving instead of like dialogue.
Yeah, I remember playing like being at Target and how they have the demo station and playing the like Lord of the Rings one. I'm like, why are they talking? I don't like this.
Yeah, like
I don't want actual dialogue.
Your Lego characters.
Yeah,
I know how the story works. I've seen the movies. No one is playing the Lego games because they haven't seen the source material.
Yeah,
and if you are, like, you're a psychopath. And that's okay. I accept you. But stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the Fake Racers podcast.
Yeah. I'm Davey Hazard.
I can't imagine. Hi, I'm also Davey Hazard. I can't imagine listening to a podcast about movies. I can probably think of 1,000 things I'd rather do and list them before the end of this podcast than listen to a podcast about movies.
Quick, what are your 3 bottom podcast topics?
Movies.
Yeah.
Football. And movies about football.
Davey Hazard, not a fan of oof sides. By the way,
I listen to the odd oof sides.
You can listen to oof sides right here on Track and Turf.
I am a fan of the people, not the sport. Although I will say I watched the Packers Cowboys game last night.
I'm sorry.
Because I got enveloped in it at the end because Weaver was having a hard time, and then it went to overtime and I was like, damn it, I'm invested. And it ended in a 40-40 tie, and I gotta admit, I kinda rocked with it. That might be my favorite football game I've ever watched in my entire whole life.
Matt, quick, as a Cowboys fan, are you okay with that result?
They didn't lose.
All right.
Well, neither of them wanted to win, so that's a good thing.
I will say there is a very good podcast I listen to pretty frequently called Bad Movies Rule, and that too, where every week they like pick a movie that has a bad rating, but they just kind of riff on it. Like they're not serious at all, and then they have a list of awards that they all hand out that are all silly. It's a very like unserious movie show, and it's reassuring. Or not reassuring. It's refreshing. So, because so many people like screech about movies that are bad, and then they're just like, I don't know, let's just make fun of it, or get to the end and be like, actually, that was really good. So
that sounds at least palatable. But there are podcasts that I listen to that aren't like racing or sports related, and once in a while they'll start talking about movies and actors and actresses and what they've been in and who. Oh, this actor's best movie is this, and their worst movies are this, and they argue about. Like, I cannot think of anything that I care less about than some shit like that. Oh my gosh, I almost care less about it than watching a Chase Elliott win.
Speaking of. What a timely transition.
I really didn't like watching this one.
I was going to say, this one was good. It was a really good race.
It was a good race. I will say, up until the end when it started getting really silly, it was probably the worst good race I've ever watched.
Yeah.
But it did kind of redeem itself at the end. It got like genuinely kind of funny and good.
It got really funny. Really funny. But Chase wins. He locks himself into the round of 8. Congratulations, Chase Elliott.
He was ecstatic.
He actually showed a little bit of emotion. I wish he would have thanked Denny.
He was. You think Chase has enough personality to do that?
No,
that's too funny.
Off the cuff.
That would have been hilarious, and I think the crowd would have loved it.
Oh yeah.
I wish
it might have made Chase Elliott the most popular driver in NASCAR.
I was gonna say, I wish Chase Elliott could just embrace being a little sassy diva, because he is. He's a little sassy sometimes in his interviews. When he's comfortable, he's sassy. Just do that normally, dude. It's so liberating, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. But he does not take that opportunity ever.
No. He wants to fly his plane home, go back to Georgia, go watch the Dogs. He was probably still sad since Georgia lost to Bama on Saturday, but you know.
Let's find a way to turn it back to college football.
So Chase Elliott wins. He gets into the next round.
How do you do that, Joe?
Whoop-de-doo.
Wait, I gotta check something.
He did that because, man, the Toyotas that dominated the whole race, they really decided to go dopey there at the end.
Try to do their best Dallas Cowboys impression.
They did. Or Green Bay Packers.
Hate myself for saying that, by the way. Before we get started, before we go into details, we can all agree that was pretty fucking stupid, right?
Yeah. All of it.
That was pretty dumb. There was really no need to do that.
Do what?
Well, first of all, I think Bubba did a fantastic job of defending and making his car wide on those restarts. Mm-hmm. You know, the chance to win kind of came to him, and we saw the Bubba Wallace that we've kind of been wanting to see for a while now take that chance, and it looked like he was going to do it on multiple occasions, and coming to the checkered there. But these things happen. There were yellows. It allowed Denny Hamlin to remain side by side with him, or allowed Denny Hamlin to remain within touching distance of him. Denny Hamlin makes a move down the back, overshoots it a little bit, and just washes up the racetrack. Puts his guy, not his teammate, puts his driver in the wall. The team owner puts the driver in the wall. They both don't win the race, and they allow a Chevy to win the race. That's basically a full-on Toyota meltdown.
Yeah, and that's honestly
completely of Denny's doing.
That's the most damning part, right? Because Bubba coming to the white flag off of turn 4 got into Bell and got Bell up into the wall, and that all happens. And everyone's like, "Oh well, he did that to Bell, so blah 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 blah." And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. To me, the most damning thing is I had to hear about Denny Hamlin bitching about not having power steering for 30 freaking laps. And then he goes and does that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what you mean. What does that have to do with anything?
If you don't have power steering, and you're just going to go sail it off into turns 3 and 4, you're already having a tough time steering the damn car, because it's rack and pinion, right? Like,
yeah.
That's not fun. And it's just like, where's your brain, dude? For being the guy that likes to tout that he's like, and he doesn't say this out loud, but he definitely fucking implies it, that he's the smartest guy in the room at all times. And he studies the most, and he works the hardest, and I'm sorry, but hard workers don't have to say that they work harder than everyone else. They just fucking do it. That was so short-sighted of him.
It was. I will say, his immediate post-race interview gave me I don't know. It gave me a little bit of pause on like being too harsh, because he did sound a little bit dejected about it. I wonder how much of, because I noticed today on his podcast he kind of walked it back and was defending himself rather than kind of taking a stance that he took yesterday, seemingly in the interview, which was disappointing to see. I assume that's leaning into it, yada yada, this or the other thing. It's a bad look. I don't like it. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of defending it. If there were any positive to take from it, we know now for a fact that Denny Hamlin will not pull over for one of his cars to win a race, even though it might be the smarter idea. Yep. Which is a takeaway that I don't mind getting, because this is the first time he's ever really dueled head-to-head like that with one of his own drivers for a win as important as that one. I mean, geez, man. Yeah. You go for the win, sometimes you do some stupid stuff, but man, you really don't want it to be a teammate, and I know he's not technically a teammate, but he is. That's the one rule, is you don't wreck a teammate, and he basically did. And it was pretty stupid. And I'm usually the one that has to like take the fall and try and defend what little bit of the parts where Denny was right. And he lost all that today on his podcast, like backing it up instead of, like I said, he sounded pretty goddamn defeated after yesterday, but just walked it all back for no reason. And now we're back. I don't know what the goal is. I don't know what the goal was. Basically, effectively ended Bubba Wallace's season. Bubba Wallace is going to need big stage points and a good finish at the Roval, which is already hard to do at a road course. It's hard to do when you're Bubba Wallace, who's only just recently gotten good at the road courses. He's not amazing at the Roval, even though he's gotten better at the road courses. It's short-sighted is the way you put it, Joe, and I couldn't agree more. There's really no reason for it. And should he have moved over and let Bubba win? No, obviously not. But there's a way to go for a win without putting your guy in the fence, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing to me is it's like, I had missed a section of this race because I was out doing stuff. And so I watched the finish of this. I didn't know he had no power steering, but even watching that in a vacuum, it was I'm just watching it like, what are you doing? Yeah. Because going down the backstretch, the immediate thing I was thinking is I was like, I hope he doesn't just pull over and let Bubba win this, right? Because that's gonna raise whole other questions. And he didn't, but like you said, you cannot just bonsai it into turn 3 and stuff both of you into the wall, especially because it's like, that's your car, dude. Like, and I don't think he meant to. No, but at the same time, like, he's done this a lot of times before. And
sorry, go ahead. I have something that bothers me too, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and the thing that bugged me too is like what you mentioned with him trying to defend himself is him tweeting at Jet Krause, like you guys posted, or that we put in the show sheet. Like, just log off, man. You're not gonna help yourself by this. Like, people have made up their minds about you, and I'm willing to hear Denny's side of the story, but like, you're not gonna win that battle in a tweet. You're just adding fuel to the fire. And it's the same thing I said about when Chris Wright was clapping back at Josh Bilicki earlier this year. Log off. Okay?
Yeah.
Stop. You're not helping yourself, dude.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute disaster, you know?
Especially with it being a total attitude 180 from his post-race interview, which that blows it. Honestly, I keep bringing it up because it grinds my damn gears that he 180'd so fast on it, from being like, this is, you know, he said, like, you know, he's talking about his dad and stuff like that. I was like, damn, like, he really does not feel good about what just happened. And then he goes on Twitter and talks shit. Like, what, dude? Wind it in. Also, if you listen to the Denny Hamlin podcast, if you listen to Actions Detrimental, don't listen to him, because he comes with a lot of data, and it can prove him right sometimes, but it doesn't prove him right today. He's going to show you the data, and he's going to say, I let off at the exact same part of the racetrack. This part of turn 3 is the same part I let off on every lap before. And what he's neglecting to tell you is that he's entering the corner like 5 lanes lower because he got blocked because he was racing for the win. He let off at the same spot, but he was coming in from the fucking bottom of turn 3. Well, I know shit, you fucking went up in the fence. It's just dumb. It's just horrible. It's stupid. And he is smarter than that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, Denny is, at this point, a 20-year vet. You know?
He's not a dumbass.
You should know better than this. And it's... I feel like we also got to mention this. Denny is far from the only person who has done something like this before, right?
Yeah.
We have talked ad nauseum about Kyle Larson doing this, Carson Hocevar, or God knows who else. It's just... Denny Hamlin's a guy who talks a lot, and he's one of the most successful drivers, and he paints a big target on his back. So when he screws up, everybody dogpiles, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, again, it just goes back to, it's a guy that sometimes likes to come off as, and whether intentional or not intentional, sometimes he comes off as holier than thou when we get into these types of, exactly what Davey's saying with the way he presents some of the data. Right? Well, I know this, I know that. Like, it's okay if you want to play a character. But, again, to Davey's point, play the character 100% of the time that you're in the public eye then. If you want to be the character... Exactly. If you want...
Kyle Busch is a perfect example.
If you want to wear the black hat, you got to wear it at all times when you're outside. You can be a nice guy behind the scenes, but when you're in front of that camera, if you want to be this character, you got to fucking embrace it.
Kyle Busch is such a good example. I'm so glad you said that, because that like made it click in my head even more. Like, Kyle Busch would have got out of that car and he'd have been like, I was going for the fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we would have been like, okay, well, like, you're an asshole, but yeah, okay, sure.
Chicago in 2018. Kyle Larson ran him into the fence, and then he dumped the shit out of him, and then mocked everybody for getting mad about it.
Yeah.
Like,
don't come out of the car all sad. Come on.
Well, it's not even being sad. It's just like it's to, and I think there was a lot of shock in that moment. So I understand that, but
yeah.
You know, to also be like, well, we were the best car all day, and blah blah blah. It's like, I get it. Everyone wants to think that the best car is going to win every damn race. That's not how racing works. That's not how sports work. The best team doesn't always win the match, right? Like, this whole idea that, and it seeps so much into this freaking sport that it's ridiculous. But, you know, sometimes when you're the best, you don't win.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, the thing that's really concerning to me is, like, Bubba had a very measured and level-headed response, and I love that.
He did.
It's not a good look, though, that not only do you have Denny Hamlin kind of changing his story a day later, but Freddie Kraft is going on the same platform and basically stoking the flames too. And it's there's like obviously with a lawsuit, and there's the rumors that Tyler Reddick's looking for a way out, and the uncertainty about Corey Haim. There is a lot of stuff behind the scenes at 23XI, and it is dangerously close to boiling over. I mean, we didn't do a show last week, but we almost saw that at New Hampshire with Hamlin and John Hunter going out, or not John Hunter, Ty Gibbs going after each other.
Tyler.
And it's just one of those things that it reminds me of Martinsville 2023 when Hill and Creed had their thing and all of the behind the scenes drama spilled out into the public.
Yeah.
And this is 2 weeks in a row that Denny Hamlin's been involved in an incident with essentially a teammate, and they're not doing a very good job of PR.
Maybe someone's not as good of a team player as he likes to say that he is. Maybe someone's a little selfish behind the scenes. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll see.
We will see.
We will see.
Gotta win that championship, man. What was John Hunter Nemecheck doing on that one restart?
Same thing Denny Hamlin did.
His best.
Poor
he was
Zane
doing
Smith.
his best.
Zane Smith's running top 15 all day.
That is the story of Zane Smith's year. He runs like 12th every goddamn week all day, and then somebody just dumpsters him at the end of the race. This happens all the goddamn time.
And boy, did John Hunter Nemecheck do that. Golly. Saying his ass on his side. On his side! His side, guys.
Where he forgot there was a corner.
That was the funniest wreck I think I've ever seen, by the way.
I was very mad when Eric Jones was getting implicated in it just because John Hunter was in the Dollar Tree car this week. I was like, shut up, Lee Diffie. That's John Hunter. There's no way Eric Jones did that.
Man, yeah, what a fun little accident that was. I can't believe we saw a flip.
I was out riding my bike, and I finished up the ride I was doing, and I got back to my truck, and I pulled up my phone, and the first thing I saw was Zane Smith's car, and I was like, why does it look like it's been upside down? What just happened? And then it cuts to the replay of him climbing the wall, and I was like, oh god, okay, he did.
I just love how every time, too, we get to see the underside of the next-gen car, I'm just like, oh, it's like a Hot Wheel. You know?
It really did remind me of when Harrison Burton flipped in the 500, the first next-gen Daytona 500, and there wasn't good footage of it live, and then we finally saw an onboard view where he caught air and flipped, and we were like, oh my god, wait! What?
Yeah, him just sitting there, he's just sitting there, it's like, why does that car look like it's been upside down? What's happening here?
Why is the roof crushed? Weird. Oh god.
He did.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, as far as what John Hunter Nemecheck was doing, no one really knows. John Hunter Nemecheck will have 5 weeks of outright speed, run top 10, clean as a whistle. You don't hear about him, then he finishes 9th, and it's like, oh man, Legacy Motor Club is back. Eric Jones is up there too. And then John Hunter Nemecheck will have 2 weeks of the most turgid, uninspired, horrible,
gas station bathroom bad.
Yeah, stinky hot poo-poo ass. Yeah. It's unbelievable. His hot and cold are so far apart from each other. It's incredible. He is such an interesting driver to pay attention to. And I have the misfortune of doing so because of who he drives for. But it is what it is. Excuse me, it is what it is, man.
There is a saying, again, we're derailing it back to this. There is a saying in football to describe quarterbacks, which is $1 million arm, 10-cent brain. And that, I feel like, describes John Hunter Nemecheck really well. Is so much talent, but god damn it, does he not use his head a lot of the times. So, it's just absurd. Yeah. But also, we need people like John Hunter Nemecheck. He keeps the midfield interesting, you know? We need a few wild cards out there.
Literally, by the way, I'm gonna rattle off. Dude, it's like this all... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back to the first Texas race, okay? After the first Talladega race. So I'm gonna rattle off his finish numbers. 8th, 10th, 27th, 27th, 34th. 6th, 6th, 26th, 15th, 28th, 21st. 12th, 15th, 32nd, 36th. 17th, 4th, 6th, 14th, 34th, 32nd. I think if you added up the difference between his finishing positions week to week and compare it to every other driver, that number is higher than anyone else's by like double. Like, that is unreal.
He's just having a good time, man.
That would be an interesting thing, is like finishing volatility. Like, see who has the biggest variance and who has the most consistency, like in full-time drivers, because he's got to be up there.
Like, it's got to be like average of the lowest 5 and average of the highest 5 finishes. And, like, see
the only other person
spread.
I think that would rival him would be SVG, which we'll talk about in a second, because he's either winning or finishing like 30th.
Yeah.
Except this week.
That's right. Top 10. First oval top 10 for SVG. Big ups because they had to do a stop and go on lap 1 because they were being naughty in the inspection line, along with Michael McDowell and I think Cody Ware. Those teams. Kyle Busch still stinks.
Remember when he almost won this race last year?
Ooh, Kyle Busch.
Something is amok at RCR.
Oh, he's getting a new crew chief. We'll talk about that. But
I wonder if he's quiet quitting. Like, I wonder if he's trying to get fired. He's like, I'm tired of this.
Maybe, you think he's like? You think he's walking up to the car with a helmet and then he's just like smuggling Brexton Busch into the seat and then leaving?
Do you think? All right. Crazy idea. Crazy idea here.
Brexton Busch in a trench coat.
Here's a crazy idea, guys. What if Tyler Reddick leaves 2311 to go to RCR?
There's no
and Kyle
chance
Busch
in hell
takes over the 45.
There is not a snowball's chance in hell he goes back to RCR. I rebuke it. There's no way.
Where else is he gonna go?
Joe Gibbs.
In what car?
The 11.
Oh God.
Denny will go drive the 45. He'll be all right.
They'd probably bring the 18 back and give Denny the 11. I would think.
Maybe
something like that.
Maybe
they don't need that.
Honestly, Tyler Reddick in the 18. Tyler Reddick in the 18 is good vibes. I think.
Yeah,
I can see it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin. Kansas is pretty cool though.
Denny Hamlin Trackhouse Racing next year. Let's start that rumor.
Driving for Trackhouse still owns 2311. But he's not driving the 11 car, he's in the 99.
That's right.
So the name just doesn't make any sense.
2399, but instead of like the Roman, it's like the Roman numerals for 99, so it's really long.
XXXXXXXX.
God.
Kansas was good. Next Gen Racing at Kansas is top tier. I didn't really pay attention to what the crowd was. I feel like NBC didn't really show the grandstands all that much.
Knew a ton of people who went to this race, so it couldn't have been too bad.
Yeah,
like,
I was going to. That's what my NASCAR Fan Rewards tickets were for.
That's sad.
But then $500 for a flight to Kansas City.
Yeah, it happens.
A little expensive.
But yeah, this track is so good with this car. I mean, day night, it doesn't disappoint ever.
You know who else is good at this track?
Brandon?
Jimmie Johnson. Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones.
Did you know Brandon Jones is the only Xfinity Series regular to win at Kansas? You know that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do remember this stat, yeah.
The craziest thing is he's not even the most famous Brandon Jones.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out Ryan Scarrett, friend of the show, the only diehard Brandon Jones fan I know. He was absolutely stoked on Saturday, and then his favorite Cup Series driver Chase Elliott won on Sunday. So he was pretty thrilled, and I was like, you know what, that's awesome, man. I love that for you. Yeah, Brandon Jones, really good at Darlington, Kansas, and Martinsville, and not really anywhere else.
Good thing Martinsville gets you in the Final Four.
Yeah.
His Xfinity Lifer career is going to be like so awesome.
I was gonna say he's got to have like one of the better ones, right?
Yeah,
like
pretty solid.
Gets to drive for like top organizations his entire career and has decent looking cars.
It's fitting that he's basically had the Xfinity equivalent of Matt Crafton's career arc because he's also sponsored by Menards. Like, there's something perfect about a neon yellow Menards car finishing 9th every week.
That's right. Ty Majeski, you're next.
Golly.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and go from the shop.
Oh, wait.
Clang, 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 clang.
Oh, I hit the mute button. Oh, no.
Dude.
There it is.
Yeah.
Randall Burnett's going to leave Richard Childress Racing to go be Connor Zilich's crew chief at Trackhouse next year.
I don't know about this move yet.
I don't either, but it's obvious that he needs a change of scenery.
Yeah, I bet.
I think who's Suarez's crew chief right now? Is it still Travis Mack or is it someone else?
I thought it was. Hold on.
Maybe we'll look at the entry list.
Wait, is it really? Am I tripping?
Who is it?
Reference.
Just look at the entry list. That's all you gotta do. Crew chief's on the entry list. You should know this.
Yeah, it's not Travis Mack because Travis Mack is with John Hunter.
Oh, that's
is it
right.
Matt Swiderski? Is it him still?
That sounds right. Yeah, I've heard that name before.
I've heard that name before. Therefore, it's correct.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I know for a fact it's not Travis Mack though. Hold on.
We really got to dive deep on the guy sitting.
It is. It's Matt Swiderski.
Matt Swiderski. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens to him.
God, he has had a terrible year this year. He's 29th in points.
Well,
Ugh.
you know.
That's bad.
Yeah, that 99 car has been out to lunch all season.
Yeah.
Good thing it'll be the, I don't know, number car next year.
God, please put him in the 75.
That would be pretty cool.
Or the 92 now.
Davey would.
It would be a little. I would probably act quite embarrassing to that news. Embarrassingly, I mean, excuse me.
But yeah, I mean, crew chiefs.
Gotta be honest.
Crew chiefs are getting shaken up. The 7, Justin Haley still needs a crew chief for next year because I think Ryan Sparks has been trying to not be a crew chief for like the last 2 or 3 seasons, and just go be the competition director. But that hasn't.
I was gonna say there was the rumor that Justin Haley wasn't going to be around, but he has turned it up over the last couple months.
It's crazy.
He was running really well all day.
Yeah, but where is he going to go? He's a Hendrick driver.
Yeah, that's the.
Where's Hendrick going to put him? Xfinity?
48. Bye, Bowman.
Where are they going to put him?
But I say that. I don't think Bowman deserves that, by the way.
Shout out to Eric Jones, who this weekend will be sponsored by Tri-State Vacuum and Rental LLC.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
Picking up the big bucks.
That's right. Also, shout out to Austin Dillon, going to be sponsored by Titan Risk Solutions.
Listen, as racing guru Landon Castle once said, for every guy that says he's got $100,000 sponsor for you, he might not be able to get the $100,000 sponsor, but he can get you a $60,000 sponsor if you need it. And that sounds like what Eric Jones got, baby.
So,
that's awesome.
Hey, man.
He actually did say that as well.
It sounds very, very Landon Castle-like. Yeah.
He was sorry, I don't mean to derail. He was like talking about
Voyager.
No, he was. This was way before that. Actually, he was talking about like when he was still like in Cup with Front Row and like getting these little deals and stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, but there's always those guys that say they got $100,000 sponsor, and like, yeah, you ignore them, but I like to keep them. You know, I like to see what they got. I like to hear them out." And that's when he said that thing. He's like, for every time they say they have $100,000 sponsor and they're wrong and they lie about it, they can always get you like 50 or 60 grand. at the end of the day. You know what? Makes sense to me, man. You know what I mean?
0, right?
Hear him out. Exactly. 2 or 3 of those, you're set.
It's better than reference to disqualified Perry McCarthy's aviation sponsor that would just cancel his flights every week.
Yeah.
That would give him a one-way plane ticket to Hungary and then be like, I don't know, man, figure it out how to get home.
They're just trying to kill that guy. That's all.
That's
all they were doing.
It's Europe.
Trying to kill him, Joe.
Roddy
Can't
Childers
die on a train.
will join Junior Motorsports in 2026. He'll crew chief the one car, which will be split between Carson Kvapil and Connor Zilic.
That'll be a fast race car.
Yeah, I was going to say, A, the one car is going to be very fast. B, did not see that coming with Carson Kvapil.
Yeah, wasn't he rumored to like get a Penske Xfinity ride or something? Or
yeah, there's rumors, and who knows? That could probably still eventually happen. But I can see why he might have said no to it if it was a real offer, given he would be driving some Rodney Childers stuff. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to drive for a brand new Penske program? Brand new, by the way?
It worked out pretty good for Brad Keselowski in 2010.
That's Brad Keselowski.
You don't think the next Brad Keselowski is as good as Brad Keselowski?
You think Carson Kvapil's the next Brad Keselowski?
I don't know, maybe. Dale Jr. found both of them. They're both second-gen race car drivers. I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, but it's still a possibility.
Okay. Yeah, we got the answer there.
Yeah.
I was just trying to
I can see him. I mean, Carson has been with JRM his whole career, basically.
Yeah.
And, this year they haven't won, but, like, this is kind of the fallacy of, like, comparison, is that Carson Kvapil has had a pretty goddamn good rookie year. There's just this freak of nature that also is from the shop bay next to him. It's won 8 or it's won 9 goddamn times. So
mind you, that
it
car
makes him look really bad.
That car has won 11 times total, 10 times total,
or 10 because I was counting the Kligerman one in that count. But yeah, 10 if you count Larson's start in it. Yeah.
So like, I'm
sure he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But if the equipment's that good and he's having an okay rookie year, I'm just saying, pump the brakes. And if I'm a young driver who has been given everything by Dale Jr. and the Junior Motorsports shop, I wouldn't mind driving some Rodney Childers crew chiefed Junior Motorsports race cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of uncertainty with a new program.
Well, and on that note, JRM's rumored to have multiple cars that'll be kind of split driver lineups next year. The 7 and the 8 are pretty locked in from the sounds of it. Don't know why they wouldn't be. But the 1, the 88, who knows?
Who knows?
Paige Allmendinger might be in that car. I don't know.
Parker Kligerman.
My cat has the most ridiculous zoomies right now. Oh my god.
Racing might not be an Xfinity next year. We still don't know.
Dude, I don't think they know, man.
Shout out to Chris Rice.
Racing
Chris Rice is the new CFO or CEO. What is he? He got promoted.
I think it was CEO.
Chris Rice, shout out.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
New chief executive officer, Colleague Racing.
My playoff resolution was to stop paying attention to Colleague because they make no sense. You can't gain anything by looking at what Colleague Racing does because they'll just show up and kind of be good every once in a while, and there's no rhyme or reason.
Listen, they're going truck racing next year with the best damn truck brand out there.
They better hope it is.
And
they better hope it is.
Hey man, you better take that check and run. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Anyway, what was your bottom split moment from this past weekend or week?
My bottom
2 weeks, I guess.
My bottom split moment.
Was it being sick? Can you make it quick though? Because we're already at like 40 minutes and I'm tired.
It was starting this podcast off talking about movies.
Fair.
Joe, what's your bottom split moment of the week? Go fast. Sorry. Hey, go fast. I'm trying to hurry this up. Actually,
my bottom split moment goes out to the Detroit Tigers for having the absolute collapse of the century. They were up 12.5 games, and they at least made the playoffs. But, yeah. What are we doing, Detroit Tigers?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Matt, bottom split moment.
What is my bottom split moment?
Matt, you take as much time as you need, you precious angel.
I'm just gonna pass. I don't know. I don't remember. So.
Damn, we have such good weeks now.
Yeah.
There was something that in my head I was like, oh, that's gonna be my bottom split moment, like this morning, and then I forgot.
Mine was gonna be Denny Hamlin.
Just the road to pro then.
But
my road to pro, I went and saw a San Francisco Giants game. That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I don't particularly care about the Giants, but I was just like cosplaying as a Giants fan for a day.
Nice.
Beautiful stadium. Devers hit one into the bay. That was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Baseball.
Cool. Joe, what's your road to pro moment?
My road to pro moment goes out to the
Joe, please.
My road to pro moment is Tony Chicharrone's Creole seasoning. Your seasoning for great on everything.
No, my road to pro moment goes out to the Oregon Ducks for winning in the whiteout at Penn State, and also my other bottom split moment is James Franklin for once again losing to a top 5 team or top 10 team.
My road to pro moment.
There's one guy lost.
Is Tony seasoning great on everything seasoning.
Matt.
Tony Trujillo, pro skaters.
You have to look up James Franklin. You have to look up James Franklin.
No, my road to pro moment for real is the new skate game. It rips. It is so much fun. I've been having a blast on it. If you see people being negative about it, they can have that opinion, but I've been having a blast. So play it for yourself. It's free, and I've been enjoying it.
I've been playing it a bunch. It's fun.
It's fun.
The voiceover characters are really goddamn annoying, but I can deal with that. So
yeah. I muted the little AI thing that I muted V or whatever, the AI thing that follows you around, and then I ignore the dudes that talk.
Yeah. Skate, I urge you to find one person who refers to manuals as manis in real life. Please and thank you.
Even I knew that was wrong.
I was like, man, I'm really enjoying this game, but you're testing me right now.
I just pump my music. I just turn Spotify and I just blast music while I play.
Folks, thank you so much for watching this week's edition of the Fake Racers Podcast. And thank you so much for listening to this week's edition of the Fake Racers Podcast. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, follow, do all those things. Help support us. We appreciate you. Even though we weren't here last week, we do appreciate you for being there for us. So yeah, bye.
See ya.
Bye.